go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even want my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then I double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the rigs on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone, end zone. Keep them coming, I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, go home, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. So I'm not dumb like that.
What up?
Yo!
Welcome back to the show. Episode 14. It's time to go home here on the bottom line.
Hard to go home, bro.
It's time. We're going to talk. Welcome back to everybody. I appreciate you coming. If you're watching right now, make sure you like, make comments, share this video right now or on the repeat, and you see it recorded later on. 457 members on the Facebook group. We appreciate that. All the Facebook members on the Facebook group. We appreciate you so much. Please share this content, do all that good stuff, man. And welcome back to the show, man. Episode 14. Talk a little NFL, a little NBA. Gonna be hard NBA today. The playoffs, we're deep in the playoffs now.
Right.
So it'll be good. So everything good? How you been?
Bro, good week, man. Long week, man. We had
Long
CG's Suicide Prevention Initiative. Then we got Chief of Chaplains next week, and Memorial Day weekend 2022.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's what we're waiting on.
That's what we're waiting on. All right, welcome to the show, episode 14. We appreciate all the Facebook members, everybody who, chimes in. Please comment, do all that good stuff. We appreciate you. And we're trying to go for 500. Trying to get 500. Get the 500 before Memorial Day.
500 by Memorial Day weekend.
Let's go. 500. Let's go.
We're going to get 500 in here.
Yeah, let's go.
Do it, bro.
Let's go. All right. So let's get it started. Let's go. Start on a lighter note. Let me see if I can get this to share here. I'm running this a one-man show right now. Hang on real quick. Let's see here. All right. Choose a tab. All right. So I don't know if you saw this. I posted it on the Facebook group. On our Facebook group about Tom Brady. There's a little video. It's gonna be a him.
Talking about that Tom Brady crap with that play.
Yeah, hold on. Let's play. Yeah, let's listen to it and then we'll talk about it. It's like a 40-second clip. So let's look at it and see.
First of all, Walt, thank you for correctly ruling this on the field. I appreciate you getting the call right.
Blitz.
fumble.
It's on the ground, covered by the Raiders. Quarterback's arm
Bro.
going forward.
Hey, hold on.
I think it's safe to say that this will be talked about quite a bit. You think?
It's an incomplete pass when it happened, and it's an incomplete pass 20 years later.
Come on.
Tuck rule game against the Raiders.
Look at your boy.
Might have been a fumble. Fumble. Or, in this case, tuck rule.
Go get him. Fumble.
No.
Tom Brady, bro. Oh, man.
Boy.
Wow. What do you think, man? You talking about that?
Hey,
It was a fumble, right, bro? Come on.
Let me
was a
be
fumble,
honest,
right?
man. I was watching I don't know if you've ever seen the TV show called Pivot with Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder.
Yeah, I heard of it. I think I've seen it a couple
I
times.
think it's Fred Taylor. These guys do the Pivot, and they brought on this guy played for you all. You know Charles Haney?
Charles Haney?
Yeah, black guy,
Yeah,
won 5-time Super Bowls.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
played
Charles
with you all,
Haney.
played with the 49ers, man, and he made
Charles
a point
Haney.
about Tom Brady. Man, Tom Brady could not have survived back in the day playing football with guys like Mean Joe Green and guys like that. I mean, today's football is watered down, bro. It's watered down. They make certain rules that are applicable to certain players, man.
Oh, wow.
And that's why Tom Brady can play so long, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be
I mean,
honest.
they definitely protect the quarterbacks
Right.
a lot more.
A lot more than they did back in the day.
Well, when he first came in, they didn't. But as he became the starter, as he came up in the ranks,
and
they
they had
started
certain things
protecting the quarterback more and more.
that gravitated towards people like Tom Brady.
Right.
Now you look at a guy like Justin Fields. How many times Justin Fields got hit last year?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, certain rules are geared towards certain players, and I like Brady. I think Brady's gonna do well. He's done well, but
Well, I mean, to be honest, if you run more, you're just gonna naturally get hit more. If you run,
But see, Brady stayed in
Tom
the
Brady
pocket.
doesn't run. He's a
He's a
pocket
pocket guy.
Right. If you run more, you're gonna get hit. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast right there, man.
But let me
You
ask
know?
you this: do you think certain rules are generated towards certain players in the National Football League? Yes or no?
Well, for quarterbacks, yes. I think certain rules.
But certain quarterbacks,
No, I don't think so.
you think all of them?
Yeah, it's all the same.
All right. Okay.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
All right.
Yeah, because if Tom Brady takes off running, if they whap him before he slides, man, he's gonna take a hit.
So what's your take on that play right there? It was an incomplete pass, man.
It was a fumble to me. That was a fumble. If you ask all the Raiders,
What?
are you serious?
Man, can you replay it again?
You want to replay it again?
Man, you gotta watch it, man. Watch the play again, man.
It's a fumble, man.
Hello,
Hang
ain't
on.
no way.
Are you serious? You don't think that was a fumble? All my Raiders fans think that's a fumble. All the Raiders fans that I know, they think that was a fumble. To be honest, let me see. Hold on. Where is that? Right there. I gotta find it again now. All right, here we go. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
I want you to watch close now. Look,
I'm
close,
gonna watch
man.
it. Hold on. Watch it close though. That's a fumble, bro. Look at it closely.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate you getting the call right.
Blitz.
Hold on, let me see.
That's a fumble, bro.
It's on the
Okay,
ground.
that's okay. I
Look
got
at
it.
Tom Brady. Look at Tom Brady. He put his head back. Look.
It's a fumble. It's a fumble. When I see, I
Look.
thought he had threw the ball went forward, but he fumbled the ball.
No, he was trying to bring it
I
back.
think it's safe to say
Yeah, he
that
pulled
this
it
will be
right there.
talked about
He
quite
was
a
trying
bit.
to bring it back.
Right,
It's an
right.
incomplete pass
doing
when it
this.
happened, and it's an incomplete pass 20 years later.
By the letter of the law, that's
Tuck
what
rule
he's
game
saying.
against the Raiders.
Might have been a fumble. Fumble.
Yeah,
Or,
see?
in this case, tuck rule.
See, he even admitted right there.
Fumble.
But here's the thing: why is that even relevant now? Why is it relevant now? And they still beat the Raiders, right?
Going forward.
It's a fumble, bro. He's trying to hold it, and then the guy he hits his
So when
hand.
I look at it again, it's a fumble. Bro. What I'm saying, why is that one play so relevant now?
Why is it relevant now?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just well, because Tom Brady knows you can't do anything about it. So I mean, what's he? And he's just rubbing it in your face. Hey, I still got a Super Bowl.
Got 7 of them, man. What is?
I mean, he still got a Super Bowl out of it, man. So I don't know, but yeah, I think it was a fumble. You know, by the letter of the law, whatever. That's why they changed that rule. That's what they call it, the tuck rule. because he said he was harmless going forward or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now it's if you have an empty hand going forward, it's a fumble. So that would nowadays that'd be called a fumble.
It'd be called a fumble right now. That's
For sure. Yeah. It's kind of like the Dez catch, no catch when Dez caught it. He took 3 steps and then reached forward, and then that's a catch now too.
When y'all played Green Bay when Dez Bryant, man, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a bogus call, man.
That was bogus too. Man.
That was a bogus football call right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. All right, so
Crazy.
Anyway, I know a bunch of Raiders fans out there think, man, that was a fumble. I mean, even non-run Raiders fans. I know a lot of people say that. Most people say that's a fumble. Most people will say. But anyway, I thought it was funny. He comes out and it might have been a fumble. He said might have been, and then he made another video that said I said might have been, right?
Right.
Because he said I said might have been, right? Okay. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, all right. So more news in the NFL. Breaking news: Deandre Hopkins will be suspended for testing positive PEDs, 6 games. Let's take a look at the video here, and then we'll talk about it.
Frustrating couple years, ended last year prematurely with a significant injury that ultimately resulted in surgery. And this has been one of the more durable players in the NFL. Barely missed the game, especially with his time with the Houston Texans. Got to a great start in Arizona, now ends last year with an injury, and he's going to have the first 6 games on the sidelines now because of this PED suspension. As far as the details, we do not know the specifics just yet, and we may not. That's how these things work sometimes. This is, but is final though, and the fact that it is out, the fact that it is official means if he appealed, it is now over. So he is being suspended. Really, nothing hanging in the air now. And then for the Arizona Cardinals, this does add some context to one of the big trades of the draft. Hollywood Brown going from the Baltimore Ravens to the Arizona Cardinals. Wasn't just to give Kyler Murray an added weapon, it was also to help the team deal with the loss of Deandre Hopkins for the first 6 games.
Yeah, Ian, so we knew that the Jaguars got Christian Kirk in free agency from the Cardinals. You just kind of alluded to it, that Thursday draft trade that everyone was thinking about, Hollywood Brown from the Ravens to the Cardinals. How long do you think the Cardinals have known about this, and who else can we see stepping up during those 6 weeks that DeAndre Hopkins won't be on the field?
Well, I'll say generally teams and the player know about this for some time. If there was an appeal process, it takes a long time. It takes, often months. So I would say this is, certainly not a surprise to the Arizona Cardinals. It's not good. No one wants this to happen. No one wants this to be the case at all, but at least they are aware of it. But yeah, there are reinforcements to help the team deal with the loss of a really good player. For 6 games, they have now Hollywood Brown officially as part of their team. They also signed A.J. Green recently. I know had some trade talks about Andy Isabella. Seems like he'll probably stick around now. That would make some sense. Rondell Moore, 2nd rounder, still on the team. So they have certainly enough to deal with this, but it's not something that anybody wants. But now is reality for the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. So there you go. On DeAndre Hopkins suspended. He claims he didn't know anything about him. He didn't know. He said maybe something he was taking that he doesn't know anything about it. Who knows? I mean, that's what they all say, that they didn't know that it was, I mean, you never know. People give you, people give you all these vitamins and stuff. Sometimes, you don't really know what they're giving you. You just trust that they're giving you something. Anyway, he gets suspended 6 games. Is this going to hamper the Cardinals offense? You still got some receivers there. Is this not that big of a deal? How badly was this affect Kyler Murray? As next season. I mean, 6 games, that's a third of the season, really.
So he'll probably come back around like mid-October, I believe.
Yeah, because you're talking about what, September?
Yeah, mid-October.
Yeah, mid-October, maybe.
He'll be back mid-October, and so
depending on when their bye week is. I mean,
when I look at this whole scenario, man, I mean, you got Marquise Brown. You got this other kid that came. I think Marquise Brown came from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, Hollywood Brown.
Right.
Yeah.
And so here are two possible perspectives that may end up landing in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
One is your boy.
What are you talking about?
Your boy right here.
I don't think they're going to pick up Dad.
He's trying to make a comeback. I was reading something earlier. He's trying to make a comeback, and I think Odell Beckham Jr. could possibly end up in Arizona as well. Odell's a free agent.
Yeah, but Odell may not be back till after the first 6 games anyway because he's got injury. He got injured in the Super Bowl. So he may not be back until mid-season. Even if he does come back.
Will it hamper
the offense?
Kyler Murray's progression and growth? I don't think so. It depends on how they slate the schedule, man. I mean, I don't know. I know they got a bunch of different games, but we'll know Thursday night as far as scheduling wise, where do they sit and how can Kyler Murray manage the first 6 weeks and be able to manage the schedule and be able to execute and maybe be able to do everything without DeAndre Hopkins. I don't buy the thing that I didn't know. Man, listen, you know what you ingest in your body, man. You know that. It don't take a rocket science. If you're taking certain supplements and different things like that, you know what you're taking, man. And it's just the thing you got caught, man. And then if you got caught, man, you just have to deal with the consequences of your actions. But like I told you, I said, we'll see how the schedule comes out. If they got an easy first 6 weeks, I think they'll be fine. But if not, if they got a couple of monkey wrenches in there with some hard teams, and if you look at their division, man, it's them, LA Rams, San Francisco, and who else?
What in that division?
Rams, San Fran,
the Rams. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember all the.
Seattle
ain't gonna be nothing. I mean, they don't have a quarterback, so.
Like I said, it depends on the slating of the schedule. If these guys got a pretty easy way out the first 6 weeks, I think these guys will thrive and grow. And then DeAndre Hopkins will be another addition. But here's my take. I would actually sign another receiver who could give me some depth. That's what I would.
Maybe. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I know if you look at Kyler Murray, with and without, if you kind of look up his stats, because DeAndre Hopkins has been out before, right? But he has a passer rating of 87.9 with 4,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 13 interceptions in 20 games without DeAndre Hopkins in his career. So he is not as great. His passing goes down. I think they had a good chemistry. I think DeAndre Hopkins is a safety net for him. Provides him some of that over-the-top stuff that he likes to throw. He's also real good. DeAndre Hopkins real good when, because Kyler likes to scramble.
Correct.
DeAndre Hopkins is really good at getting open when Kyler Murray starts to scramble. So it all depends what kind of chemistry he gets, with Hollywood Brown. I mean, he's played with a guy who scrambles too, Lamar Jackson.
Right.
So that might be a plus.
It may offset each other. And what I say by that, it may be a balance because he's, like you said, he's used to that type of quarterback anyway.
Right. And so maybe maybe this is a plus, and then when DeAndre gets back, it's just going to be that much better. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think it's going to hamper him a little bit at the beginning. I think the first 2 or 3 games, it may hamper him because I think he's become kind of like a safety blanket. It's going to take some time for him and Hollywood Brown to get to that chemistry as well. They're not going to have it right off the bat, even with the preseason. I mean, they're not just going to have it right away. So it might take a couple of games for him to get adjusted to Marquise Brown, and then we'll see what happens. But I think this will hamper him a little bit, but we'll see what happens. All right, so let's see here. Let's go one more. Let's see one more football here. Let's see here. All right, so Cleveland Browns have not found a suitor for Baker Mayfield. Looks like Deshaun Watson will be suspended anywhere from 6 games to possibly the whole season. Can the Browns possibly turn back to Baker as for the season? I don't know. Let's look at what they have to say here.
Boy.
Deshaun Watson, and I asked the commissioner about this on Thursday night at the draft. There's no timetable on any of this, but I think the overwhelming likelihood is that Deshaun Watson is suspended for some portion of the 2022 season. So if you're the Browns, I understand that they brought in Jacoby Brissett, but if you're the Browns, what does it keep you from saying, I'm not going to let Baker go anywhere, and if I lose my starting quarterback for the first 6 games of the season, I'm just going to give the ball to Baker and let it go from there. I mean, it actually makes sense in my own head. Tannenbaum, am I nuts?
Yes.
I'm nuts? Am I nuts?
Because it's done. It's over. Like, we have the autopsy. It's time.
We've lost Swagoo. Swagoo, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Because, G, every damn offseason, you come on here and say something crazy, man. Last time it was, you remember last offseason, you talking about Nick Foles should go in before Justin Fields if something happens. And everybody
LSU guy, man. LSU.
But you
know,
he played for y'all. Baker Mayfield can't go back to no damn Cleveland.
Why?
Talking about and Cleveland, I'll say this too.
Cleveland got, I know the guy that's going to take care of Cleveland.
With Jacoby Brissett,
I got the right guy.
As they are with Baker Mayfield playing
Brissett, man,
I would challenge anybody to let
they got Dobbs play for Pittsburgh.
Whether they think that it's head and shoulders above who Jacoby Brissett is.
I don't know about Dobbs.
Compared to Baker Mayfield. And ultimately,
Dobbs they did
you
left
gave
Tennessee.
Deshaun Watson $200.
He got a 2-4 record though.
Baker Mayfield has said clearly, I want to be out of here. The relationship ain't gonna work. This is the quarterback position we talking about. He ain't gonna come back and play there. If he's starting this craziness, man.
Marcus,
let's just say, right? We've all had changes of heart, right? We've all gotten back with exes.
Yeah.
No one's had a clean break. Everyone kind of goes back to just see if it still exists. What if Baker says, you know what, Cleveland, maybe I was a little too emotional there. I should have held back on that Instagram post.
And what if he doesn't have a choice?
And look, listen, Mike, what if Cleveland says, all right, while Deshaun is suspended, we'll let you come play. And then it's like a tryout for Baker and all the other teams. And he goes out there and wins.
Man. I already know the solution to this problem right now.
All right, man. All right, what do you think, man?
All right, Flo. So when we
because
board,
you got to look at it two ways. Because you got to look at it that Deshaun Watson may be suspended anywhere from 6 to 8 games. That's kind of conservative, and possibly the whole season.
They may give him the whole season
on the bad side.
Now,
so what do you do in both situations?
Hey,
Same thing.
Here's what I'm doing. If I'm Deshaun Watson, it don't really matter to me either way. I got guaranteed money.
Watson, it don't matter.
I got the guaranteed money. Now, if I'm the Cleveland Browns. I'm looking at this thing logically. If Baker Mayfield don't want to be there, you need to remove him from the situation. You need to remove this guy from the situation. They want to get something for him. But
if they just cut him, they still owe him money. They don't get nothing out of it if they just cut him.
I would trade him to another organization, but it depends on what they're looking for and what they want.
Seattle was the last place, and Pete Carroll just said they weren't looking.
Pete Carroll said he don't want him.
They said they weren't looking.
But Pete Carroll said they're not looking for no quarterback at this point.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying.
My thing, man.
What do you do? Do you come back and say, look, Baker, you need to try out for a new team? You know, you're gonna have to show that you come back from an injury.
But
you play for us
either way,
while Deshaun is out.
Either way, they got this guy.
I don't know how he comes back and plays though.
Baker Mayfield really got him where he wanted him to be.
You think so?
To be honest. He said, you can keep me or you can get rid of me, but you still got to pay me. Or you got to get something comparable for me. So here, listen to what I'm about to say. You might think I'm crazy. I'm gonna put out my money on Jacoby Brissett.
Really?
Jacoby Brissett gonna start.
Okay.
Man, Mayfield will probably be my backup guy, man. I'm just gonna be honest. If you can't get what you want from Mayfield, or you can't cover his contract or get something that's going to compensate for him,
Mayfield
then you keep him.
Wow.
Yeah. This is going to be my number one going to be Jacoby Brissett, Baker Mayfield, and Josh Dobbs. And what's the name will be the fourth quarterback because of his whole situation. Because to be honest, nobody's going to give you a whole lot for a little bit of nothing. Baker Mayfield is not a top tier quarterback. Baker Mayfield is a 7 out of 10, bro.
But he's better than Jacoby Brissett.
But he got to prove himself to the Browns, man.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
let's
he comes back and says, "Look,
let's backtrack."
Everybody knows that he's gonna be gone once Deshaun can play. So maybe he comes back, plays, balls out. You know,
he might ball out.
And does well.
Now listen.
And then the team will be like, hey, we want him.
Now, what if he ball out the whole season and the Browns made the playoffs and make a good run? What you do with that?
To me, that's better for Baker. That's not good for the Browns. For him. It's not good for the Browns, but it's better for Baker. It's good for Baker.
The Browns are in a sticky situation, man, because Baker Mayfield pretty decent, Jacoby Brissett decent. I mean, I think the Browns stupid as hell for signing Deshaun Watson for all that money, and then he ain't gonna be able to play. Do that make sense to you?
It don't make sense, but for the future, for next season, it makes sense.
Man, we talking about 23.
I mean,
we talking about 22.
On a good note, if he's only done 6 games, if they can come out of that 6 games 3-3, they're still sitting pretty.
What did they come out 5-1, or what did they come out 4-2?
I mean, they're still sitting good. That's what I'm saying. Deshaun Watson's going to start regardless.
But then what I'm saying, Flo, they come out 5-1, 4-2.
With who?
Then
With Baker playing?
The whole quarterback scenario.
With Baker playing? You talking about with Baker? Oh,
if Baker Mayfield come out 4-2,
regardless, I think you go into that with Baker saying, "Hey, we know you want to leave. We want you. We want to send you somewhere. Hey, even if you go 6-0, we're sending you somewhere. It'll be good for you. You help out the team. We help you look good and make a team out there want to trade for you."
Let me pose you a question.
You go into it. Doesn't matter what the record is. You're going to be traded.
He's leaving anyway. But let me pose a question to you. I want you to answer this question right here. Clear, concise, straight to the point. Yeah. Where do you think is a good landing spot for Baker Mayfield right now? We got 32 teams across the board right now. Where would he be?
I would say Seattle.
Seattle's ideal because you got Geno.
Panthers.
You got Geno Smith.
The Panthers would be a good spot.
So you don't think Sam Darnold good enough?
I think he could fight. He could be saying, "Hey, you come in, compete for the position."
He could win.
I think he can beat out Sam Darnold. I think where else? I think he could go to New York. It fits his personality. He's got an big personality. New York, the Jets, maybe he could beat out Zach Wilson. I mean,
the Jets to the Giants and beat out Jones.
For sure, I think he could beat out Jones. I mean, there's a lot of places that got mediocre quarterbacks that could be willing to take a shot on Baker, especially if he plays maybe, let's say, 6 to 8 games and he plays well. I mean, they'd have to have a deal ahead of time, the Browns and Baker, and say, "Hey, look, we know you're leaving. Even if you go undefeated, we're going to trade you."
But here's the thing, Flo.
The better you play, the better it is for us, and the better it is for you.
Here's my thing, man. I'm thinking like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Man, don't play with my emotions now. Don't play with my emotions and my feelings and all that. Now, listen, if I come out the gate and win you 4-5 games, then you telling me. Now, I know I'm going to leave, but still.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. You got to go into it knowing that's the outcome.
That's the outcome. But then
you got to have an agreement to both sides.
How do the Browns adjust to a guy like Deshaun Watson later in the season? That's a big adjustment, man.
It is a big adjustment, yeah. I mean that's a chance you take for signing him and still having Baker on your roster. I mean, that's the Browns.
I think the Browns.
It's really the Browns' problem. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
I think the Browns were idiots. I mean,
that's the best solution.
Idiots
to me.
I would have rid myself of Baker Mayfield before I brought on Deshaun Watson and made that a bigger problem.
Well, for the Browns, the Baker holds all the cards because he can say, "I ain't playing for y'all."
But he get fined. He lose money.
He could hold out. He lose money. Yeah, that's true. He might lose money.
Man, money. Listen, man. When you start playing with my money, you playing with the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, that's an ugly situation, man. There's no good resolution. No good or bad
coming out of it. I mean, it's kind of
like no good resolution to all that. Even if he plays undefeated, goes 6-0, 8-0. For Baker, now he's got to go start over with another team, even though he's playing well.
And that means you got to learn the offense.
For the Browns,
you prove yourself
and the bad thing,
organization.
True, but the bad thing for the Browns is if they go, let's say they go 6-1 or 8-2,
6-2.
6-2. Let's say 6-2. That's a good record.
Right.
Let's say 8 games. And then Deshaun comes back and they end up with a 7-10 season, and you're like, why do we get rid of Baker? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and they go, and Deshaun struggles because he ain't played in a year and a half, and Deshaun might struggle. And then people are gonna be looking at the Brown side like, why'd you get rid of Baker? And you're paying Deshaun, and he just went. He might have gone 2-6 the rest of the way, and you're like, what in the world were y'all thinking?
Crazy.
2-8. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's the worst case scenario for the Browns, that Baker balls out and gets traded, and then Deshaun struggles. That would be the worst case for the Browns. Best case scenario is Baker plays well, he gets traded, Deshaun comes back and just slides right in. Maybe takes them a game or two to get going, but they make the playoffs and they win the division, and everything's hunky dory and everybody wins. But I don't know what's going to happen. That's just a messed up situation. I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. I don't know where Baker's going to go. He's going to go somewhere eventually. I just don't know. He may end up as a backup, I think, at first. I think that's what I see happening. He's going to end up as a backup somewhere and win the starting job against another somewhat mediocre quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Let us know what you think in the comments. Put it in the comments, share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We appreciate you watching the show. Share right now, like, comment, do all that. I don't know. Let's see. Is anybody commenting here? I don't see anybody. Let's see. We'll turn it on. Turn on the chat. Anyway, all right. So NBA. It's time to talk about NBA playoffs. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to bring this up. We'll look at it here. Look at the current status of the playoffs right now. So here we go. And so up in the Eastern Conference, you have Miami and Philadelphia. Philadelphia came back to win a game. Next game is on the 8th. That is tomorrow evening at 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
Yeah.
That's game 4. And then Milwaukee, it's tied up 1-1. They have a game this afternoon at 3:30 Eastern, 30 Central. So that's a game that 1-1 tied up Milwaukee and Boston. You have Phoenix and Dallas. It's 2-1. Dallas was able to win a game at home. Next game is on Sunday, looks like, at 3:30 Eastern. Memphis and Golden State's tied up 1-1. Next game is in the Golden State, did what they had to. They won one on the road. So now Memphis has to win on the road to kind of take back home court advantage. The next game is this evening at 8:30, 7:30 Central. All right, Kent, so the breakdown of the playoffs as far as where we're at right now. So Heat versus 76ers. In that series, Heat is up 2-1 with one more game in Philly. He came back for game 3. He didn't get a lot of points, but he was able to clog up the middle a little bit. What are your thoughts about what's going to happen in game 4 on Sunday? What are you thinking?
Man, Flo, that's a loaded question, man. Game 4 on Sunday, man. These guys are playing in you said
they're playing in Philly. One more game
playing in Philly, man. Philly's the 2-point favorite, man, and at this point, man, Embiid has been the season leader for the team, man. At least 31 points per game, 50% from the field goal.
Right, I think he only scored 18 last game.
Free throws, and then he's got at least 12 rebounds per game, and I mean he's got almost 4 or 5 assists, man. I feel real confident about Philadelphia being able to take one more on their home turf. If they don't take the game tomorrow night on the home turf, they're done pretty much, man. I think Miami will take it back to Miami and end on game 5, and then they'll be going to the conference finals.
So you're saying they need to tie it up?
What's that?
They need to tie it up.
They need to take home court advantage tomorrow. They really do, man. If they lose tomorrow,
well, they won't. Okay, so they need to tie up the series, or you think it's over? That's what you're saying.
They don't tie up the series tomorrow, man. They're going back to Miami, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
2-2, 1-1, right? Yeah.
I think they were fortunate. Embiid was able to come back. He only had 18 points, but he had 11 rebounds. I think he was able to be kind of a defensive presence in the middle. I think he'll have a better game this. I think he had a better game. That mask too. That mask, is different to play with it. So
right.
Part of it was just adjusting to playing with that on your face. I kind of like the dark one. Usually people wear the clear one, but he wore that dark one that it's actually colored in black. I think it looked a little more intimidating to me, man. I don't know. Maybe instead of that clear one. But anyway, maybe that's why he wore it. I don't know. But anyway, so I think he'll have even a better game this game. James Harden had a decent game. You need a little more from James, though. He only had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Maxey had a great second half. He ended up with 21 points. I think you need Harden to give you 20-something points. I mean, Danny Green, hit 7 of 9 3-pointers. He finally
man.
came back, but Harden needs to come back and he needs to play well. He needs to give you a good 26, 28-point game, and hopefully Embiid can give you a 20-something point game. He's still trying to adjust it. I think it's harder than you think trying to play with that mask and just playing. You don't feel the same, and plus, you're injured, so you don't want to get hit again, even with the mask on. So you might be a little tentative. So that's part of it too. I definitely agree. I think they have to win this game to make this a series. They're going to have to take one in Miami, obviously, at some point. So you have to win this game. You can't lose at home at this point, since you weren't able to take a game on the road.
If Philly can win back-to-back, I think they'll be dangerous.
Okay.
But as you said, Danny Green got to step up.
Danny Green had a good game for once.
MB got to perform, but like I said, he has to be cautious about how he performs with the mask and everything to not get re-injured.
All right, so let us know what you think about that series. The Mavericks and also the Suns are up 2-1. Dallas was able to win a game at home in the first game at home. Can the Mavs tie it up as well? They're kind of in the same situation. They lost both games on the road and they won one at home. Do the Mavs need to win this game on Monday or Sunday? Game 4. What do you think about that Mavericks-Phoenix series?
It's a must-win game, bro.
Same? You think it's the same?
They're in the same predicament, just like Philly, man. They gotta win, man. Luka, I think Luka's had a hell of a game. He had a hell of a game last night. He performed well.
Right.
But I mean, it's gonna take more than Luka, man. It's gonna take.
Yeah, Brunson had 28 points. Luka was a little off that game, and they still won. Brunson came in with 28 points.
Right.
So that was helpful. Finney-Smith chipped in with 14. Bullock with 15. Even Kleber had 14. So you're gonna have to need a kind of a team effort, I think, like that again to win again. Brunson's gonna have to continue, I think, to play. Give you 20-something points. Yeah, he's gonna have to give you 20-something points,
man.
No matter what Doncic is doing. Doncic may go off for 35 or 40 or whatever, but Brunson's got to come in with 20-something points. 25, 26.
Hey, how was
in the
I don't know
playoffs?
if you observed him. How is Tim Hardaway Jr. playing? Has he been playing pretty good ball?
Oh, he got hurt, remember?
Oh, that's right. He did get hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for 2 or 3 weeks at least.
Yeah.
That's why they kicked out. They suspended Brooks in that series.
Yeah, the guy from Memphis, right?
Yeah, they suspended him. So that's part of the next topic. So I agree. I think the Mavs got to tie it up and going back to Phoenix. I think they gotta win in dominant fashion, and just to show that they can come up with big games. Of course, Phoenix is going to play better at home. I see them playing better at home anyway.
Yeah.
They played really well. So and they've shot really well. Even in this game, they didn't shoot quite as much as well, but they actually had a decent game. Chris Paul, he had only had 12 points and rebounds, so he struggled a little bit.
Paul got to perform too, man.
Yeah, Booker had 18 points. So those are your two kind of guys who got to come up with some points. Ayton had 16 points. Crowder had 19. He chipped in with a big, that's usually not what Crowder does. He usually won't give you 19 every game. So, yeah, I think they got to tie it up here. Let us know what you think about that series between the Mavs and Phoenix. We got the Celtics and the series tied 1-1. Game 3 is tonight between Phoenix and between Boston and Milwaukee. It's tonight, the first game of a doubleheader this evening. Milwaukee tied 1-1. Milwaukee was able to win one in Boston. Now, what do you got here? What do you think what's going to happen in Game 3? You think the Bucks or Boston could steal a game?
I just told you, man, the Bucks going to win at home, bro.
They're going to win?
Bucks 2.5 point favorite, man. I think Giannis just going to ball out of control, man. And not only Giannis, man. I mean, Giannis got some other guys that'll, step up and take other roles and positions, man. Because when I look at those guys, man, I mean, they're just naturally talented and they're playing on the home court. So
yeah,
I feel really good about what's the series 1-1, right? 1-1.
1-1. Yep. Boston stole one in
Boston.
Milwaukee stole one in Boston.
I mean, if Man, to be honest, bro, if Boston slipping there and win one, they'll be good. But I don't think they're gonna win. They're not gonna beat Milwaukee at home, bro.
So you think they'll lose both home games at this point? I'm sorry Boston will lose both those games.
Ain't gonna beat them at home, man. Nah.
Think Boston's gonna lose both of them? They don't have a chance in either one. I think they got a chance to steal one.
They got a chance. Not tonight. They got a chance on Monday night.
You think so?
I give them a chance Monday night. Yeah.
Okay. You think they have a chance on the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. You could be right. I think coming home, I think the Bucks are gonna play well. Holiday's been playing pretty well in the absence of Middleton. Middleton's they've had to pick up other people had to pick up some of the scoring for Middleton. Connaughton has done pretty well. He had 13 points last game. You can get about 13 to 15 from him. That's good. I think Brook Lopez needs to step up a little bit. Holiday needs to continue to give you about 20 points. And we'll see. And Giannis, I think he's gonna have to come up with a big game, I think, to win at home.
I think Giannis gonna show out today, man.
I think he needs to come with a 37-point game, distribute the ball a little bit, maybe give you close to 10 assists, give you like 12 rebounds, a couple of block shots. And that's usually what Giannis does. He works hard. And I think he's gonna. They might have a better chance, like I said. I think you said in the second home game in Milwaukee, if they're gonna steal one. I think the second one is gonna be. I agree. I think it's gonna be that's when they can win.
I think Celtics are gonna pull off that game 4.
Yeah. All right. Let us know what you think. The Grizzlies and the Warriors are the next series, tied 1-1 as well. The Warriors were able to steal a game in Memphis. The Grizzlies have home court advantage, but they're going back to Golden State for Game 3, and that game is tonight at 7:30, 8:30 Eastern. Back in Golden State. What do you think? Who's going in with? I think Grizzlies have momentum, State, but what do you think?
Golden State 8-point favorite, man. Golden State gonna kill. They're gonna murder them guys, man.
You think so?
Murder. Dead body on the scene. Golden State might beat them by 10 points. We're gonna beat them by 10. And I like Curry. I think Curry gonna shoot maybe 5 to 7 threes beyond the arc. Field goals. 5 to 7 field goals by Curry.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I think if the Grizzlies gonna take back home court advantage, I think they gotta win tonight. I think they gotta win tonight. I think tonight is their night to win. I think with Jean Morant, he's been able to get to the paint whenever he wants to. I think he has to try and force the shot and not try to make such a acrobatic shot. Sometimes he tries to go up and under and does all these weird, which is good, but those are really tough shots. He has to try and force it a little more and just go straight in and just make them challenge you. And don't try and just make a spectacular,
just shoot the basket, man.
Shoot the basketball. Don't try and always do the spectacular shot, because it doesn't. Those are hard to make every time, especially on the road. But we'll see. I think Jean Morant just be a little bit more of a distributor. That's gonna be tough without Brooks. That's one of your guys who plays some defense for you and scores you some points. I kind of disagree with Brooks being suspended. Why wasn't Draymond suspended? He had a flagrant too as well. I don't know. Just because
occurred, man.
Gary Payton Jr. got hurt, and I don't think that should go in. If it's a flagrant 2, it's a flagrant 2. So I don't know why. I don't agree with the suspension of Brooks for that game, but that's that's neither here nor there. You're just gonna have to deal with it. But I see Memphis taking this game. I think if they can jump on them early and just kind of build a lead and just kind of hold them off, I think, of course, Golden State's going to make a run at home. If they can build a big lead on them and just hold them off and try and steal this game and then it's all gravy from there. Game 4, it's okay if you lose. You want to win, of course, but then it's okay. Then you had the pressures off of Memphis, I think, and the pressures on Golden State to win that second game at home. So this is the game that the Grizzlies have to go ahead and take and to bring this back to a series that basically is a home court advantage for the Memphis Grizzlies. I had Memphis beating Golden State, so I'm going to go with Memphis winning this game, and then possibly I think Golden State ties it up. This is going to be a close game. I think it's youth and talent and all that versus a lot of veteran guys who don't have everything they used to, aren't quite as good as they used to be, but they're still good. They're still veterans and they're savvy And as far as how they play and they make good good veteran choices and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a tough series. This may end up going 7 games. This is the one that I think will go 7 games. I think some of the other games may not go 7. If any other game goes 7, I was thinking possibly the Heat and the 76ers go 7 if Embiid's able to play the whole series. But this is the game for sure that I think is going 7 games.
Yep, this one we're going 7.
Yeah. It'll be a good series. It's a good series, man, against the Warriors. So let us know what you think in comments. A lot of NBA action, a lot of NFL action. Appreciate you on watching, commenting, and doing all that good stuff. We appreciate you. Please, share the Facebook group as well with your friends. Invite your friends to come join the Facebook group. Share that, not just this video, but also the Facebook group page. You can go and invite people to come be a part of our sports page on Facebook as well. Right, Kenty?
Let's do it, bro.
All right. We're trying to get to 500.
500.
That's right.
By Memorial Day.
Let's go. 500.
500.
Yeah. That's the goal. Trying to get to 500 before Memorial Day. I think we're at 456 right now. Let me double check.
43 more to go.
I haven't looked in these. I haven't looked today at our what we have. So 457 right now. 457. We're almost to 500. Help us get to 500 Facebook group members. We appreciate everybody contributes to that Facebook group. Thanks for posting on there, commenting on the different things. We appreciate everybody. Any parting words for the people out there, Kenty? OKC. They're terrible, man.
Man, I pulled it. This old Westbrook throwback I pulled out.
Yeah, they're terrible, man.
Horrible.
Yeah, but Westbrook. You like buying individuals. You're kind of a team player guy. You like to buy different players' jerseys and stuff, right?
Hey, who you think will be the MVP this year? Giannis?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, he was missing 2 key players, and he still kept him at 6th place. I don't necessarily hold it against him. A lot of people think he shouldn't be MVP. I don't know. I was thinking Joker. Joker was able to hold together. That's what I was thinking might get it. I think Giannis probably deserves it, but sometimes it's kind of like Jordan and LeBron. They think maybe they could win it every year, and then everybody's like, hey, somebody else should be able to win it. That's usually how it goes. You get the superstars, the LeBrons and Michael Jordans win it a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and then it's like, all right, give somebody else a chance. Even though you could give it to them every year. I think Giannis should win it this year, but they may end up giving it to Joker. We'll see what happens. Yeah, they may end up giving it to the Joker. The Joker.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. So that's it, baby.
All right, bro.
Appreciate y'all coming on the show. Thanks, Canteen. We'll see you next time. We might take a couple weeks off here and there this month. I know we're both busy on the 21st, 22nd. We may take that weekend off and then come back. Get ready for the finals.
Finals, baby.
Come back strong Memorial Day weekend.
June 2nd.
June 2nd, baby. We'll see who's in the finals. I'm going to say Memphis and the Bucks. I'm going to put it out there right now. The Bucks and the Grizzlies in the finals. We'll see what happens.
We'll see, bro. I'm out,
all
man.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all jumping on the show. Share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Let's go.